Well, for a couple weeks now, we have been talking about how Satan deceived Adam and Eve. And now we're getting to the fallout of sin. So today's focus was on clearing up two big confusions that we have when reading in Genesis 3. One is when God said that the day you eat of the fruit, you will surely die. Like that very day. The Hebrew word for day used is yom, and yom is literally like a 24-hour day. So people always wonder, like, what did God mean when he said that the day you eat of it, you will die, when Adam and Eve ate the fruit and they lived for like hundreds of more years? We're gonna get to it. And our second confusion is that Satan actually told the truth. He said you will be like God, knowing good and evil, when you eat that fruit. And later on, God confirms they have become like us, knowing good and evil. So how does that work out? Well, here's how it works out. This represents God over here. We're like God. We're made in his image. We have a lot of similarities, and he made us that way. But one difference is that he is on the table. He knows good and evil. He can decide what is good and evil. He makes the rules. And he says, you can, do whatever you want. You can float on the water. You have dominion. You have control of the earth. You rule it, but you just can't touch the table. And Satan comes along and he says, nah, you'll be fine. If you do touch the table, you will be like God. And that's what the incentive was. But it was in a way that God had not prescribed, because it wasn't for our good. And you'll see this in a minute. This is God's authority. This is Satan's authority. And he convinces Adam and Eve to come under his authority in order to get what they want, which is to be like God. And so they actually manage it. They touch the table. But as you see, oh, there it goes. Our fire went out. Because just like how fire needs oxygen in order to survive, we need God's spirit. We need the breath of life in order for us to survive. And so even though we became like God, we touched the table. Our spirit was disconnected from God. His breath was no longer in us. And our spirit suffocated, essentially. And so, yeah, we can move around. Yeah, we can do stuff, but we're dead. And Adam and Eve felt that immediately. It says that the moment they ate it, then the eyes of both of them were opened. And the second thing that they knew was that they were naked. Being exposed, it's being stripped of what you have. And we talked about a couple weeks ago how God made us to be kings and queens, to have dominion over this earth, to rule. And what we did when we decided to listen to Satan and go with his authority instead of God's authority is we gave him our crown, gave him our rule over this earth, and now he is the prince of the world, and all the world lies in the power of the evil one now. He has our crowns.